What up, dogs? What up, boys? And what up, baddies? You're welcome to another episode of Piano Pulpit podcast. Once again, I'm your host, the Big Bad Wolf, aka the voice of Amapiano, and you're welcome. Today, I'm going to be discussing a very important and juicy topic: the Godfathers of Amapiano, the guys that set the foundation for the scottsmaphumas, for the last born derobas, for the mellow sleazies, the Godfathers of Amapiano. That's what I'm discussing today. Thank you for tuning in once again. Let's kick it off. Number one on my list, I got MFR Souls. MFR Souls MFR Souls is a duo made up of Maestro and Force Reloaded. They are the Godfathers of Amapiano because this time is a Amapiano game. Before them, there was nothing called Amapiano. There was no sound called Amapiano. They played Amapiano in the underground parts of South Africa. They basically at that time it was them before the Kabzas jumped on it, before the Josiahs jumped on it. Josiah the Disciple and kabzadesmall and Stokie, they used to trade CDs of Amapiano music with each other. They used to release the Amapiano tracks on data file host, and that's one of the things that made Amapiano grow in South Africa. So that's it for Maestro and Force Reloaded. There are ones that they put Bassie on. Bassie, amazing Amapiano singer, they put Bassie on. They put a few artists on. They cemented the place of Kamopela and Botus Mix in Amapiano. They cemented Shasha's legacy on Amapiano. So definitely you gotta put MFR Souls in that discussion as the Godfathers of Amapiano. Number two on my list, I got Scorpionkings. And Scorpionkings is made up of kabzadesmall and djmaphorisa. Let me dive into kabzadesmall very, very fast. kabzadesmall, founder of Piano Hub, one of the biggest Amapiano record labels. Also the founder of Piano Hub Lounge, which is one of the sacred grounds of Amapiano in South Africa. Yes. So aside from kabzadesmall discovering one of the greatest Amapiano camps of all time, he also was the first producer to put vocals on Amapiano. Before the likes of yebolapho, before there were no vocals on Amapiano. It was just straight beats. Now kabzadesmall was the one to add vocals on Amapiano songs. That was the song Umshove, released in 2018, featuring Meleza. That was the first Amapiano song to have vocals on them. Now he has also gone on to release several albums with djmaphorisa, the Scorpionkings series. He has also brought up the likes of Mahu, brought up the likes of Shasha. The list goes on. He's very instrumental to the Amapiano game. One of his first albums, I Am King of Amapiano, Sweet and Dust, is the album that crystallized him as the king of Amapiano, because that was the album where he just clearly said it, I'm king of Amapiano. And yeah, that's kabzadesmall. Let's go into Maphorisa. Now Maphorisa was the one that monetized Amapiano. He created one of the biggest record labels in Amapiano, New Money Gang, which is home to Mass Music, Fellow Letty, Tyler ICU, Naapel, Nico Ellison, Mr. Pilato, and the list goes on. So he created one of the biggest record labels in the Amapiano game, monetized Amapiano, teamed up with kabzadesmall and increased kabzadesmall's exposure, increased his business acumen, and basically made him more of a brand. Yes. So that's kabzadesmall for that's a Maphorisa for you. He has teamed up with Steaman Express, teamed up with Matrix. He's one of the he has released an album with Matrix, released an album with Steaman Express, released an album with X-Dopey and scottsmaphuma and Mellow and Sleazy, released a lot of songs, released a project with Shinokikai. Then Maphorisa has collaborated with almost everybody in the Amapiano game, if not everybody. Released a project with Ricky Leora, who is also signed to him. Basically, increase the presence of vetuk and mahuta, increase Okolemsi's presence on the Amapiano game. So Maphorisa has done it. He has done it. He's definitely a legend, definitely a godfather in the game. Next on my list, I got Jazzidisciples. Jazzidisciples made up of jazziq, Mr. Jazziq and Josiahdedisciple. And these two producers came together and formed Jazzidisciples. Jazzidisciples were one of the ones that brought up Amaroto in the game. They brought up Rosa and a lot of artists. They released the first Amapiano music video, which is long lasting. Long lasting is also charted very well. That 2019 period made a lot of waves. Now let me go into Jazziq. Now Jazziq, popularly known as Abutiwadi Chibiti, Abutiwadi Operation, head of Black is Brown Records. He brought up the likes of Zuma, the likes of Lady Do, the likes of Bossa 929, collaborated with them on early tracks, collaborated with the late Ricky Rick, collaborated with all these artists, and made a name for himself as one of the godfathers of the game. He was the last person to put Impura and Killer Cow together in a music video before they died. So they are both together in a music video before their death, and the music video was dedicated to Killer Cow and Impura, who are the martyrs of Amapiano. So Mr. Jazziq is definitely done stealing the Amapiano game. One of those at the forefront of the Mozambique movement. Like the Mozambique Amapiano sound is Amapiano sound popularized by Black is Brown boys. Definitely one of the godfathers of the game. Next on my list, I got Josiahdedisciple. Josiahdedisciple, one of the most spiritual Amapiano producers of all time. His recent album Satori is a beautiful body of work. Brought up Butlé when he released Mama with her. Has basically done a lot for the game, and he's definitely one of the godfathers of the Amapiano game. Next to my list, I got kelvinmomo, popularly known as the king of private school Amapiano. Kelvinmomo's first album, Momo's Private School, was the album that brought about this phrase, private school Amapiano. On that album, he featured babalwam on several songs and basically brought up babalwam, introduced her to the Amapiano game, and has gone on to release 4 other albums: Kohula, Amukelani, Ivy League, and recent album Sewe. Now, Kelvinmomo's private school. Let me get into private school now. Private school Amapiano music is basically spiritual Amapiano, soulful Amapiano. It involves the use of light vocals, calm vocals. There's a lot of instrumentation in private school Amapiano. The chords are calm. It embraces nature. You hear birds chirping. You hear children laughing. Momo started all that before the likes of Notion Deep picked it up. So private school Amapiano basically calm Amapiano that just calms you down. Play it on a Tuesday morning in the car as you are going to work, something like that. So basically that is private school Amapiano. Momo is the king of that. He brought that up. He founded private school Amapiano and brought up the likes of babalwam to join him on this journey. So that's Kelvinmomo for you, king of private school Amapiano and one of the godfathers of the game. So next on my list, I got Vigrodeep. Vigrodeep, the founder of this electrotech fusion with Amapiano. He has done it severally in tracks like Come to the Garden, Bedroom Floor, and before going into this realm of EDM Amapiano fusion, which is showed in his recent EP with Mr. Jazziq, one of the greatest Amapiano legends. Before he went into this realm of remixing EDM tracks with Amapiano, he produced Kestar, Focalistic Kestar, which is definitely one of the top 5 Amapiano songs of all time, because when Davido jumped on the remix of that song, took Amapiano to another level in Nigeria. So that is vigrodeep. His name is Kamugelo. That's vigrodeep. Definitely one of the godfathers of the game. Has produced several tracks of focalistic. Produced is on wishiwishi. He's co-produced wishiwishi with kabzadesmall and mdauakatrp, one of the biggest Amapiano tracks right now, featuring the legend in the game scottsmaphuma. So that's vigrodeep for you. Definitely one of the godfathers in the game. And let me go into the next artist I got on my list. The next artist I got on my list is mduakatrp. mduakatrp founded the logdrum. He discovered the logdrum in FL Studio. Now the logdrum is the most important piece of my piano. My piano will not be where it is now without the logdrum. And you can see several Nigerian producers, they don't even like have a piano kick drums and all that stuff. Some of them just use the logdrum a lot. Example is Magic Sticks. Magic Sticks uses the logdrum a lot. Will uses the logdrum a lot. So that's the logdrum founded by mduakatrp. He has gone on to bring up the likes of Bongza, bring up the likes of Tauhatsi, collaborated with kabzadesmall on way back in Pretty Girls Love on my piano series. Definitely one of the kings of the game. mduakatrp, shout out to him. Next on my list, I got djstokie. djstokie from Soweto, one of the first Amapiano DJs from Soweto, popularly known as the Superman of Amapiano because of his popular song Superman, which featured Piano Hub's masterpiece and kabzadesmall. On Superman, which is a private school Amapiano track, a spiritual track. On Superman, kabzadesmall had vocals on Superman. Now, for kabzadesmall to have vocals on a track, this track is very iconic because kabzadesmall already leads vocals on tracks, except for the Rekere series, which is an album by him. So that's one of the legendary things that the Superman has done, djstokie. He also put the likes of Ziple on Amapiano. Now Ziple is a powerful female vocalist in the Amapiano game right now. She released Awokozeki with djstokie. She released Angina Lito. She released Selima Tunzi. Next on my list, I got Major League DJs. The twins, Major League DJs, one of the baddest duos in the Amapiano game. They are one of the godfathers because they basically gave us a platform called Balcony Mix Africa. Now, Balcony Mix Africa is one of the top platforms in the Amapiano game. It was one of the platforms that made people know about Amapiano during the lockdown. They gave us Balcony Mix. They've gone on to give us several other platforms like Pianocity, Oh God Radio. They've released several Amapiano albums, put different artists on Amapiano. They've put reggae artists on Amapiano. They've put dancehall artists on Amapiano. They've put hip hop artists on Amapiano. They've sold out the London O2 Arena. They've had a sold out show there. Aside from the platforms, aside from the features, and aside from all that, they just showcase the lifestyle of Amapiano. They always promote the culture to the world. So that's one of the reasons why Major League DJs is on the list of the godfathers of Amapiano. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. That's it for Piano Pulpit. If you like today's episode, like, comment, suggest videos for me to do, and I will do them. I'm really grateful for you tuning in. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Tell your friends to subscribe. Put your friends on this podcast. I mean, this is a great podcast. We can all grow the podcast together. Thank you very much, and God bless.